Hey guys, how are we all doing today? And for another Thursday carrying core session. Let a few people get on and then we'll get started. So just people still clicking on. Just let them get in and then we'll get going. Burgers, no food. So you'll need a weight today of some sort. Has moved my weight. You'll need a weight today. We're going to be doing a half needle wood chopper. We did these before. This is bringing the weight from the left to right. So even a can, anything at all that you can do it, or a band. And we will be doing either a basic setup or, where did I do that now? Or a weighted setup. So weighted setup and yeah, the half needle wood chopper, and that will be it. So whenever you're ready, we'll bring it on the toes and get ready to go. Just bring it up, we'll get the timer started here. We'll bring it under your jack, so it's light, get up. Forward and back, into that straight, arms and legs in. Back on your jacks, take it up. And then last time on the floor, let's go. 5 seconds, let's go, speed it up. 3, 2, 1. Circle the arms. Nice long circles round. Back away with the arms. Relax that. Just grab the toes. Sit down in. Knees out, chest tall. Stretch through them hips. Straighten hamstrings. Stretch it up. Back down in. And again, guys, work at your own pace with this. I've had a few conversations. Stretch it up. Sit down in. Knees out, chest tall. With some of the members who feel like they couldn't advance things a little bit more. So there's 2 ways to do that. Relax this. Obviously, doing it live is a little bit more difficult to advance it because you're following along. But if you're doing it on playback, it works out a little bit easier because you can basically pause it and just do an extra round. And it's the easiest way to do it is that instead of doing 2 rounds of everything, which we normally do, you add an extra round onto it. Relax that down. So you do 3 rounds of everything. Or the likes of the main workouts where we would do 35 seconds each exercise. You can watch what the workouts are and then do 45 seconds each exercise or 40 seconds each exercise. So you're doing a little bit more. But that sort of negates even the playback because our time's still going to be the same. G sides. But you can add an extra round, which would leave it that you're still doing the same time. You're just doing more work within that time. And then the other way you could do it to make it more difficult, one more, is now that things have started to open up again and the equipment is easier to get, you try and get more weight. So it's the only real way that you can, one more, can progress things. And we do want you to progress. Because we control the time and sets, the easiest way for most people to do it is to add weight to things or add difficulty level to things, and then that will increase the intensity of what you're doing. But if that's even too easy, either we'll bring out adding time to an exercise because we do timed exercises. So if you're doing reps, you could add reps, but we do time because it means that it doesn't matter whether you're doing 5 reps within the time or you're doing 15 within the time. You're working at your own level. But if you want to progress that, then instead of 2 sets on the main workouts, you just add an extra set, and then that increases the training volume, which will give a different effect to what you're doing. So we're going to start with sprints on the spot. We're doing to a weighted sit-up. That's my weights there, I'll grab them. Round into a cross-body mountain climber, back round into a single leg V-sit. We're up into a skater hop, plank or plank and reach, hop to squat, and then half knee and wood chopper. So some sort of weight. This is only a 2.5 kilo dumbbell. So it is, it'll do the job for what we need. Just wanted to show you. For yourselves, if you have heavier, use heavier. So whenever you're ready. So we're going to start with sprints on the spot. Let's left that where it was. Once you're ready, 3, 2, 1, on the toes, let's go. Just nice and light on feet, arms and legs in, just keep it working, keep moving. Just pump that out, keep that pushing. While you're sprinting, I'm going to open this window because it's really warm in here. And then we'll keep that going. Just keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Halfway. And in the last 10, we're going to speed this up. At your own pace, keep moving. When you're ready, last 10, let's go, speed. Nice and fast, push it out, push it out, push it out. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. 3, 2, 1. We're down into a weighted sit-up. So, there's that watch gone, 6, 17, 20 weeks, I don't know how long we're at it, but still need a strap. When you're ready, it can either be here, small movement, we're not trying to force it up, or it can be here. Small movement, we're not trying to force it up. Still that same flexion. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So lifting the shoulders, control the way down. Lifting the shoulders, control the way down. Keep that flexing up. Keep that working. Come up on to 15 seconds. Last 10 seconds. Keep it going. Again, you can advance it where you reach further towards the toes, bigger flexion. 5 seconds. 10. Bring it down. We're round into a cross-body mountain climber. Opposite knee to opposite elbow. So we're pulling that knee through. So left to right, right to left. Once you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So it doesn't have to be fast in this one. Because of the nature of it, it's very hard to you can do this here, but some people find it awkward in the hips. I tend to just do a strong knee drive to the elbow and keep the core engaged as we're driving that knee. Breathe it out, core solid, push it in. Hips low, drive the knee, squeeze the core every time the knee comes forward. Last 10 seconds. 5 seconds, come on. 3, 2, 1. Flip it over again. We're into a single leg V-sit. So again, a couple of positions with this. You can have a bent knee position, and then you just, one knee at a time, you're doing a basic sit-up. Arms are just really moving to help you off the floor with the shoulders, or you can keep the arms straight and do this, but people find it more comfortable this way. You have that, you have low with a full leg, or you've got right up and right down. Depends on yourself. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So again, advance, work away with the straight leg. Everyone else, bent knee, hands straight. You're lifting your shoulders. Knee comes in, back to the floor. Knee comes in, back to the floor. If you need to support the head, support it, but don't pull it. You lift, lift, lift. So I'm changing, but I'm still doing this flexion so that my core is engaged and I'm not pulling my head off the floor. Medium, small flexion, low, last 10 seconds. You're still getting plenty here. Advance, right up to the toe. You can come all the way up if you want, or you can high, control, down, tag. think we're into skater hop here. Just will check. Yeah, so skater hop. So again, a couple of positions. I'll set this here where I can see it. So we've either got advanced, you know what it does, keep going. So advanced, you're here, here. Way you go. You can do more time. Everyone else, you've got small step, small step, small step. You can add it with a small touch. You can add it without a touch. To side to side. It's up to you. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Advance, way we go. So again, touch, touch, or just step it. If this is plenty for the start, step it. Add a small jump. Lateral movement. You can jump and touch. You can jump and touch behind to here to get the movement, and then you don't touch. You're up, elevate, up, elevate. So hop into it, land, hop into it, land. So it's a small jump, you're not forcing it. You're getting it each side, landing, down. Last 10. And again, if this doesn't suit, you're back into just a small lateral movement. You're working on the side of the body. Time. Or should I say, the side plane of motion. Just so we're not always forward and back and up and down. Plank or plank and reach. So again, your plank, we want that pelvis tucked. So near the bottom of the plank, we're not arched, but up, belly down. We're tucking under, flat spine, or neutral spine. Everything engaged, squeezed. Breathe it out. So we've either got full plank, kneeling plank, that pelvis is tucked, or widen the feet slightly, plank and reach. When you're doing this, hips aren't twisted. It's a controlled movement. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So pelvis rounded under the floor, engaged, everything squeezed. If that's easy, toes under the floor, full plank. Everything's still engaged, everything's squeezed, iron bar through the body. If that's still tight, or good, so to say, widen the feet slightly, it'll help with the hips. Slide the hands, control, slide the hands, control. Slide the hand, control. Slide the hand, control. So you've got different options. If you start to get it difficult, don't collapse out of it. One knee down. And then you can change that knee. If it gets really difficult, both knees down. And just hold, squeeze the glutes, core tight. Time. So you're just trying to work through with whatever you can do. Hop to squat. 2 options. You've got your hop to squat, and then you've got a step squat. So hop to squat, feet together here, hands down, so you squat, touch, squat, touch, squat, touch. If that's difficult and you don't want to do the jump, step into a squat, feet together. Step into a squat, feet together, but you're squatting. And we're not going overly wide. Don't end up out here, because you can't squat. It's a shoulder distance, down, feet together. Down. If that's still awkward, just squat. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Touch. And again, it's not leaning from the back, head down. So touch. So sharp movement. Keep it up. Keep moving. After this, half kneeling, wood chopper. Last 10 seconds. Time. So half kneel wood chopper. So if you have a weight, use it. If you don't, just rotate with the hands or can of beans or something like that. But I'm going to put the right leg up. Core tight, pelvis is tucked. The weight is at my hip. And then I'm going to squeeze the glutes, tighten the core. I'm going to rotate the weight over the shoulder, back down. Over the shoulder, back down. From there, so it's coming up through. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Over that shoulder, control the weight down. Over the shoulder, control the weight down. Bring that up through. Control the weight down. Twist that up and through. Nice, control the way down. So we're trying to keep the body as solid as possible as we do this. So the rotation through, we're getting up through those obliques, then back down to control. And you're also getting balance because you're trying to keep everything solid as you can as you do it. Breathe out. Last 10. Breathe out. And 10. Good. Grab a drink. So again, we have a little bit of flexion in there with the sit-ups. Where am I? Wrong book. Yeah, we set up thing like V-set, and then a bit of stability in there with the plank and reach for the plank position, and then we have the wood chopper. The half kneel position is great for stability because immediately the hips want to shift when you find it hard to balance, and then when you start bringing the arms into that with the weight, then you really have to engage that core and keep the glutes tight in order to stop yourself from wobbling about. So they're a great exercise for different planes of motion of stability, and stability in the core is as important as all the lovely flexion exercises that people like to do for making the core look nice, but we still want stability in there. You want a strong core, and that comes 360. That just doesn't come from flexion and things like that. So you need the planks you need the obliques, you need lower back work even, which is why we would do the Supermans, and then shows the different ways that you can do them, start from basics. So, we are back on sprints. Once you're ready. So bring it up, sprint on the spot. Once you're ready. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Nice and light. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Keep pushing. Short and fast. Breathe it out. Keep moving. Seconds. Let's go. 15. Again, last time we're going to speed it up. If you have it, let's go. If you don't have it, you're out of breath, just keep the jog or step on the spot. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. We are into a weighted setup or basic setup. Again, it's up to you. So again, if you want, just here, small flexion. It's plenty. You can do it, or you can do the legs up without the weight. We're using the weight, but it's the same movement. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So this movement with my shoulders is the same as this movement with my shoulders. It's small, and we ain't forcing anything. Control. Core solid. Keep it up, come on. Last 10. Core tight. I'm not going fully back to the mat. I'm not moving my head. Chin's tucked. Time. Whew. Crossbody mountain climber, flip it over. Once you're ready. 3, 2, 1, let's go. That's the knee down to the elbow. Core solid, drive the knee through. Again, you're keeping the hips low. This is difficult, basic mountain climber. If you can't be on the floor, again, like we always say, hands up on the sofa, even hands up against the wall, hands against the kitchen counter. 15 seconds. So again, guys, remember, there's always a regression. You do it here, you're still at an angle. Core still solid here. We're still working it. It's the same thing if you're not strong enough to be on the floor. You're working at your level, not someone else's. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Thing like V-sit. So again, it can be bent knees, straight legs, shoulders flexion, or you can come up higher. You get a little bit more control on the way down. The height is really to control the way down, not to fall back. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So the reason for the high one is that whenever you come up, you control. Up, control. So that control on the way down is more important. There's no point coming up, throwing yourself up, and then falling to here, and then throwing yourself up and then falling down to here. You'd be better doing this, where you've got control. You need control in your exercises. So when you come up, slow. Wait 2 seconds down. So up for 1, down for 2. See how that feels? Again, don't be looking at this if you're a beginner and thinking, oh my god, I can't do that. This is it. Can't do this, hands here, one leg at a time, will do the job. So you're just lifting one leg in, make sure that leg can pass 90 degrees, so the butt lifts very slightly, And it's control from the hips. Tight. Skitter hop. Bring it up. Not right now. Yeah, skitter hop. And then we're down to a plank green. So again, step side to side, jump side to side, whatever suits. Let's go. So you've either got here, small movement side to side, you've got a larger movement side to side. From here, you've got under the skitter hop with a touch behind. From here, or that jump, land, jump, land, jump, land. All depends on you. Can be here, can be here, can be here. Really depends what you're able to do. Can be that. Just because we show something else does not mean you need to do something else. I like to do this streams with the bow for some reason, indeed, because it helps me get my balance with that back leg, so it's like I'm moving with my leg. It just helps me to land tight. So there's no other reason I do that, really, other than that's the flow of the back leg, so it helps me to sort of, the main muscle connection with the back leg just works with the arm for me. Make it work for you. Plank, plank and reach, whichever suits. 3, 2, 1, up, pelvis tucked, or here, don't be here, push the pelvis into the floor, round, now relax your shoulders slightly, everything squeezed, butt, arms, legs, core, squeeze it. If it's easy, one leg up. If it's easy, ball the foot, both legs up. But I haven't moved that pelvis. If it's easy, walk it out slightly. If it's still easy, don't move the hips, stretch the arms. But you're not doing this here, where your pelvis is dragging off the floor and doing the arms because you think you need to be doing the arms. You need to regress back to here, then to here, and then before you move into any movement in the plank and time. So you don't move in the plank until you've mastered the plank. Like I said on Tuesday, you don't get to skip the stairs because you want to get to the top. You need to go up all the stairs, whether you like to or not. Hop to squat. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Bend the knees, so I'm not leaning from the back and bending the knees. And again, here, doesn't suit. Squat, squat, side to side. Easy to do this. But, if you want, we're here. Halfway. Keep it up. Last time. 3, 2, 1. And then last one, we have half nail wood chopper, opposite side of the body. So my right foot was up last time, my left foot will be up this time. So whenever you're ready. So get in position. If it's really difficult with half kneeling, so if this is really difficult here, and you really can't balance, go tall kneeling, but core tight, pelvis tucked, because some people can balance that a little bit better if the knees are together on the floor. Half kneeling adds a little bit more into that balance. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. 90 degrees, 90 degrees. Glute squeeze, core tight, hands by your side, over the shoulder to challenge balance, control the way down. I'm not loose, because if you're loose and you start this, what happens is you're going to start wobbling through the hips, and the knees are going to be all over the place, and this leg's going to be doing this. Tight, tight, squeezed, squeezed, control. So it's like a golf swing. I'm going over that shoulder, and down. Down, come on. 5 seconds. And 10. Brilliant. Whew. Grab a drink. And then we'll stretch you out. So, there's a good bit of stability in that there, which I enjoy for the cardiac and core, rather than just all flexion. Flexion's like the fun exercises that everybody wants to do, and then the stability work is like the the relatives that you don't really want to invite round, but you have to every now and again because it's important. So that's what stability is. Most people don't like stability exercises like planks and side planks. They either think they're boring or they think they're too hard. Too hard for a reason, because you need them. So it's easy to flex, stronger core, as a 360-degree core. Straight that up. Hands out the side, stretch that back. Round the front, push the shoulders forward. Arm across, pull through. Change. Then hands round, shoulders back, stretch up. Relax that. Balance if you need. Foot up, knee to the other, stretch. Change sides. Foot up, knee to the other, stretch. Relax that. Legs straight. Sit back onto the hips. Push back into it. Change sides. Sit back onto the hips. We'll bring that up. Big step back. Pelvis tucked. Drop down under your stretch. Change. Same thing over the side. Pelvis tucked. Drop down under your stretch. Try not to fall over like me. And then we'll bring it up. Good stuff, guys. Enjoy your Thursday. Hope you enjoyed that. If you're watching on playback, like I said, if you're trying to advance things, an extra round on the main workouts. Cardio and core, if you're doing 3 main workouts a week, I would keep cardio and core 2 and maybe just try and add in some weight into the exercises. But for the main workouts, adding in an extra set, so watching it on playback, doing the first 2 sets with us. Can I sneeze? No. There we go. And then pausing it and sort of playing it back and doing a 3rd set and then going on into the next round. It just leaves you that you can do that a little bit more.